Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada and His Majesty's loyal opposition, Pierre Poilievre.
They say that young people are only interested in vibes, like the vibe you get when you see that your rent is now $2,000 a month, or when you get to the checkout and you realize you have to put an item back on the shelf because your bank account has run empty before you finish making your purchase. Those are the types of vibes that we've gotten used to after 10 years of costly Liberal government. But Mark Carney promised there would be different vibes. He was going to be a tight-fisted banker, and that he promised that he was going to move with unimaginable speed to do all of the opposite things that he talked about and that his party did for the prior 10 years. So now that it's been 7 months, it's a good time to review the promises that he's made and which have been kept. He promised we'd have the fastest growing economy in the G7. He delivered the fastest shrinking economy in the G7. He promised to double home building. His housing agency says home building is going to drop by 13%. He promised that he would be judged by the prices at the grocery store. He delivered. More expensive food. In fact, food prices are rising twice as fast.
It's been amazing to come down here and see all this young conservative energy in the room, and I think all throughout the city and the country of people that frankly have done a little bit of their own research, and anyone who's done a bit of their own research will conclude that the Liberal Party doesn't have the best interest of Canadians at heart. They only do things for optics and to help out that top 1%. Pierre Poilievre is for the working man, the working people, and like he says, he's going to bring back jobs, he's going to bring back homes, and in a time where Mark Carney wants to bring upon a culture of sacrifice and concessions, Pierre Poilievre wants to bring on a culture of hope and prosperity.
You sacrificed your nutrition and health after Liberal food inflation drove up the cost at the grocery store. You sacrificed your paycheck at the altar of high Liberal income taxes. You sacrificed even your job to employment-killing taxes, red tape, and temporary foreign worker programs. In fact, this generation, and I mean this literally, this generation has sacrificed more than any, this young generation, I mean, has sacrificed more than any generation since the Second World War. There is no doubt in my mind that all of you are working harder and longer for less than your parents and probably your grandparents. And it hasn't been since the heroes that won us our freedom in the 40s that we have seen a generation work so hard and so long for so little. And all because of Liberal policies that have deprived you of the basics that you should have been able to take for granted here in Canada. Let's start with jobs. Youth unemployment today is 15%.
Like you need summer jobs and stuff. Is that
absolutely?
Is it easy or no?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, they're not accepting our resumes. You know, and it's like at one point everybody of our youth could just get a job, right? Like my parents would tell me, hey, just go to Fortino's, go to your supermarket, show them your resume. You can't do that anymore. Stuff's changed, and we're here. We're gonna say that the youth, we need employment, we need that experience, and that's what our future Prime Minister will give us.
Nice. How easy is it nowadays to start your own business?
Oh, it's almost impossible for sure. Especially,
you need a lot of money for that.
Especially if you're like right wing, because there's more backlash towards your ideas, your principles, a lot of anti-capitalist views and everything. And the worst thing is when you try to speak against that, that's when the true oppression happens. I myself, as well as my friend over here, we know what it's like to be in a place of like conservative minority, and we know that it's not pretty, and we know that our views aren't necessarily accepted. So how could we ever think about upscaling that in a world that seems to not like it?
A lot of people, that was his friends, that was my friends, especially for him, like stopped talking to him, stopped liking him because of his views. And like a lot of people, when I was trying to get elected for the student council in my school, like, no, like I'm not even gonna talk to you because I just know you're conservative and you're a terrible person, terrible. Like this one girl, she went up to her and like, if you would take the time to vote for me, I would appreciate it. And she's like, I heard a lot of bad political views about you. I'm like, okay, then talk to me, and I'm going to resolve it. She's like, no, I can't talk to people like you. She walks away.
That's right, because when I was growing up, none of these existed. You know, when I was growing up, first of all, starting a business in Canada was so easy.
It was.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I started a business like right away, out of school.
Definitely.
And then, this whole backlash, especially in high school level, where people judge you, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Like our system of democracy, it hinges on toleration.
Exactly.
Toleration of our political opponents, toleration of everybody. That's what it hinges on.
Freedom of speech is about the stuff you don't want to hear, not about the stuff you already like.
And that, are we really a democracy?
Beautiful.
Are we really
And the most important thing is that all three of us are immigrants. None of us were born in this country.
Yes.
The Conservative Party is not against immigrants. Immigrants know what the Conservative Party is truly about. It's about opportunity. It's about everybody having the chance to succeed. We came here for a better future, and we're now working to achieve it.
Amazing, guys. Amazing. Good luck. Thank you.
Dropping off your resumes. You ask, what did I do wrong? Why can't I find a place to work? Hundreds and hundreds of resumes, no phone calls returned. The answer is, you did absolutely nothing wrong. You did everything right. Your phone should be ringing off the hook with job offers because you are qualified and you have been preparing for this moment to contribute to our economy. And my message to you is that Conservatives will fight for your jobs, and better than that, we will put in place the policies that
Many of my friends have shared the same story, sending out countless hundreds of applications, only to receive a handful of responses.
And then they have further replaced Canadian workers with low-wage temporary foreign workers that drive down wages to profit Mark Carney's corporate lobbyist friends at the expense of Canadian youth. And speaking of newcomers, our young people who come from around the world with qualifications as doctors, engineers, nurses, and architects are banned from effectively working in the professions for which we need them by bureaucratic gatekeepers that won't grant them a license to practice.
Amen.
Even though they are,
Well, I mean, look, I study economics, and when Mark Carney was an economist, we were really hopeful. But he's not a banker, he's a bureaucrat, and that is what is really disappointing. He's selling out Canadians for his profit, and that is what really sucks, honestly. As a Canadian, I think from any side that you are on, you don't want to be sold out to somebody else. I think you want to prioritize your country, and it's really disappointing.
It's pathetic for liberals to say that we as a generation we have to sacrifice for them to gain, for their profit. So today I see that as a pleasure that I see all my fellows in this event, the Conservatives, and that we are here aiming for change because we don't want to sacrifice for profits that we will never get.
So how is it hard to get a summer job or part-time job? Is it really difficult, like they say? Your experience?
Yes. Short answer, yes, it's very, very difficult. One has to apply to a million different places. One has to literally walk around town with hundreds of resumes in hand. I did that in King City at least. I had to walk all over King Street and Keele just to find one place that would take me in. None of them did.
What job were you looking for?
Whatever they had. I wasn't looking for anything. I was just looking for whatever they had. I applied as a babysitter, nothing. I applied as a dishwasher, as a cook, as a whatever they could give me. Nothing.
Speaking of our immigration system, we have the best immigration system in the world, where we brought people in reasonable numbers that we could absorb into our jobs, our health care, and our housing market. But liberals totally destroyed the system with chaos, numbers that were too high, and without doing proper criminal background checks on people coming to this country. And this has served nobody, not newcomers, not multi-generational Canadians, not our economy, housing market, or health care. And our young people have suffered the most. Young people in Canada are welcoming, and we want to bring people, the best people from around the world, but we should only do it in the right numbers, in numbers we can absorb, so that we can have housing, health care, and jobs for all. Over the last decade, Liberals have literally doubled the cost of housing. with regulatory red tape that blocks home builders from building, high taxes that make up more than a third of the cost of a new home, and by delaying building permits. And this is what worries me the most about Liberals. It's not just that they've allowed crime and chaos and joblessness to rage out of control. It's not that they have broken our immigration system. They've done all those things. My worry is that they are going to try and get Canadians to accept this permanent reduction in our quality of life, that their electoral strategy to win re-election is not one of hope, but one of deliberate hopelessness.
The speech that Pierre gave this week to the one that Carney gave last week, what do you think of that comparison? He was addressing a room of students like this, and he told them all they need to sacrifice. So it's not a great message to give to the youth, right?
He promised that he would change everything. In fact, everything is getting worse. You know, they tell us, though, they're just about to do all of these great things. That's the just about party, right? They remind me of the student you all know who is just about to stop procrastinating on that essay. Next week, he's going to stop procrastinating. Reminds me of the lady who got married for her 4th time. And as she was leaving the wedding hall and driving with her new husband to the hotel, she said, "I'm feeling a little bit nervous." He said, "Why?" She said, "This is my first time being with a man." And he said, "Well, how is that possible? You've been married 3 times already." And she said, "Well, each of my prior husbands had a condition. My first husband had a heart condition. So when we got back to the hotel room, he got so excited that sadly he died of a heart attack. My second husband had an eye condition. And so he didn't see a tree as he was driving back to the hotel, and he hit it and didn't survive the crash." And the man said, "What about your third husband? What was his condition?" She said, "Well, he was a liberal." And so every night he would just sit at the end of the bed and promise how good it would one day be.
Film mission?
Yes.
Love you.
Oh,
Look,
I know you from somewhere.
Yes, I've been the guy in your interview.
Oh, yeah, I know you. Yeah, I remember Dundas Square. Yeah, you're good,
yes,
good.
Dundas Square. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
You guys are truly amazing.
Do you have anything to say?
And you know, like, as I get older, I realize that my future is going to be fucked if this guy doesn't get into office. You want to know why? Because homes are doubled. Rent is doubled or even tripled, because rent is like $2,700 right now. It was $900 back in 2015. What happened? 10 years of liberal bullshit, 10 years of liberal nonsense have destroyed this country. And the only way that we're going to get our country back is by ending the TPI, Temporary Foreign Worker Program.
What brings me here? We're tired of liberal dictatorship. This is not the USSR. We should have our jobs, not for temporary foreign workers. Thank you.
I want to go over a couple of things. People always ask us how we can help. How we can get involved. And we've done it a couple ways. One, volunteer. We go to
Was it recording? Yeah.
Share Pierre's post. Put it online. Tell your friends you were here.
Was this your first political rally?
My third. It's his first. I think this is his first.
Yeah, this is my first. I volunteered for Vincent, as you can see.
Yeah.
And I just decided to come.
Let's ask both of you, but what's your main concern about why you're here?
The economy.
My problem is these liberals, they don't know how to spend money. These guys are spending way too much. Can you learn how to spend less, please? Balance the budget for that, for once. I never seen a balanced budget since Trudeau got elected.
I agree with him as well.
All right, guys, thank you. What brings you here? What's your concerns?
As a Jewish man, I can't walk into my place of worship without having to fear bombs or shootings. And as a young Canadian, I can't get a job. My family, finances are not what they were under Stephen Harper. We need to change this. We need a better future.
As my dad's a police officer, it's just being able to get these criminals locked up, making sure they stay in jail, not get out on bail, make my dad and his friends and my friends safer when they're putting criminals away, and keeping Canada safer in general.
The promise of Canada was that it's better than the American dream. You've all heard of the American dream, but that's something you wake up from. A promise is something that is kept. It's like a deal. You do this, you get that. And that's what brought so many waves of immigrants from around the world. It's what allowed so many generations of Canadians to start at the bottom and climb to the top. The promise was this: you work hard, you get an affordable house, you get meat and potatoes on the dinner table every single night. When your head hits the pillow, you know that you're going to be safe as you sleep, and that your car will still be in the driveway when you wake up in the morning. Jobs. We as Conservatives are going to unleash the free enterprise system to generate the high-paying jobs and opportunity that will not only put food on your table, but will allow you to produce the goods and services that our economy needs. That starts with unlocking the trillions of dollars of riches that are right beneath our feet. We should be the richest nation on earth. We have the third biggest supply of oil. We're the fifth biggest. We have the longest oceanic coastline. We have the shortest shipping distances from the Americas over to both Asia and Europe. The only thing standing in the way is the government that blocks our brilliant workers and businesses from bringing these riches to the surface and putting them in the pockets of hard-working Canadians. In fact, if you look at our molecules, our atoms, our rocks, our water, our land, our dirt, we should be the richest country on earth, and Conservatives are going to Chinese corporate cronies say they need to bring the jobs to low-wage temporary foreign workers. Now, let's be clear. These temporary foreign workers, they're good people, they're decent, they just want the best for themselves. But we cannot bring in people from abroad to fill jobs that we do not have ourselves. Our young people need those jobs. We will get rid of the temporary foreign worker program, and we will ensure that it is Canadians first for Canadians.
Melissa, how are you? How are you?
How are you? How's it going?
Good. You're doing great work. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for. How was this?
It's good, very good. I am the oldest person here, by the way.
The CEO of Brookfield, Mark Carney's company, which continues to have tax-protected interests, actually said Brookfield profits off high inflation because they can raise the rent on all their tenants. So Mark Carney and the privileged liberal elite get rich off the same inflation that makes you poor. That is an ultimate conflict of interest that means that he is better off when Canadian youth are worse off. It is disgusting, actually. It is disgusting, but the good news is Conservatives are not only fighting to put an end to his profiteering, we are going to cap government spending. We will ensure that young people can, again, own homes in their 20s, launch businesses, start families, be authors of their own stories. In other words, take back control of their lives. Powerful paychecks and stronger dollars are not just about mathematics and economics. They're about the freedom and opportunity to do the things that fulfill you and make you happy. We will be a nation not of bureaucrats and busybodies, of rulers and rule makers, of gatekeepers and grandees. Instead, we will be a nation of artists and adventurers, of entrepreneurs and explorers, a nation that celebrates warriors and workers, pioneers and patriots, a nation that gives a chance to every single person, no matter where they started off in life, to have a bright future, to have homes, jobs, and hope in the freest, the richest, and the best country on earth.
All right, what's up, y'all? Some of you guys might know me as Dimani. Yes, I'm the youngin' who does the interviews, going in different cities, giving a platform to those not being heard. But anyways, as you guys can see, today we're at the Pierre Poilievre rally in downtown Toronto. This event is about the No More Sacrifice youth. The fact that Pierre Poilievre did this is a smart move because Canada is for the next generation. And I give props to Poilievre to always finding a way to reach out to the next generation. I really give him respect that because he just does it for the next We know the boomers, I'm not criticizing you guys. We know you guys have lived your life. You guys probably have the housings you have. You already lived it. Now it's time for the next generation, for the youth to have a hope. I know there's still hope in this country. So if you're someone who's out there, you feel like there's hopelessness, remember, one, God is in control. And second, I believe that Pierre Poilievre will do a big change in this country. I believe in him. I don't know about you guys, but I believe in him. If you're not doing your research, get out there. Talk to your local MPs around you. Talk to your community. Right now, there's a lot of hate or divided. That's what the media wants you to think. So don't feel like you should be scared to approach one another and have normal conversations. It's fine. It doesn't mean that you guys have to agree with everything they're saying, because that's what life is about. What makes life, I believe, me personally, I think that what makes life is having different opinions about what others are saying. That's what just makes it beautiful. So talk to your local communities, have a normal conversation, get out there, just spread the love, not the hate. That's what we need right now. Rule number one, love. We need love, and hope is coming. Anyways, thank you so much.
Something about economy. You walk around the areas of Canada and Toronto, Southern Ontario, and you see a lot of poverty. I've seen you do videos of Hamilton and that kind of stuff. So what do you think is happening here?
Man, coming from someone, as young, I came to Canada around 2010, I believe. And originally, I'm actually from Hamilton, if you guys don't know that. And back in the days, when my parents used to drive in Hamilton, I used to see, you might see maybe one homeless person or two on the street, but throughout the years, I have seen an insane amount. It's not even only in Hamilton, it's all over Canada. We've seen drugs, but to answer your question though, it's sad, I'm gonna be honest. It's sad, I wanna see a change, and I feel like it's gonna get worse if we're not addressing that. After all, the people come first, and we should be helping those who are in needs. They're just humans just like us. They probably fell off the wrong track. Everyone thinks that all homeless people do drugs. Some of them, they're just, they couldn't sustain it. They didn't have enough money to get kicked out, and they feel depressed, or they lose certain people around them, and they feel like there's no hope. But I just want to see a change for them, and it's sad. That's literally it. It's just sad.
Because we love Canada.
You love Canada, number one.
Love Canada. To get more educated. To bring the family back together.
For change. Ready for a conservative government.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I came here today because I want to make my family proud. And because I want to see for myself the beautiful unity we have right here, of all the people gathered.
It's great to be here, frankly, when surrounded by so many people that are, fighting for a positive change. And it's not every day that you come to a place where everyone's so brought together by one message of hope and a good cause, and everyone here is wanting a better future. And it restores my hope in the country to see so many people binded together by the hope of the Canadian promise that anyone from anywhere can achieve anything. Hard work will get you a great life in a beautiful, affordable house on a safe, crime-free street, protected by brave troops under our beautiful, proud flag. And that hope, that promise, everyone here shares because everyone's parents and grandparents lived it. And I am so proud to be standing here among the generation and people who will bring that change back to Canada.
I'm here because I like civil engagement. I'm a political person. What about you? Why are you here?
I'm here because of the economy. I'm here because, you know what? Because I got a YouTube channel. And I think when he was getting elected last time, there was not enough coverage of the whole thing.
I know.
Yeah, once you be the camera.
Alrighty.
Stop, man. This guy got the whole review. So there wasn't enough coverage. I walk around Toronto, make videos of Toronto and that kind of stuff, do fashion photography. But I ended up covering the event because nobody else was covering it. Then I follow them around, film them. I like the speeches. I listen to the speeches like 4 or 5 times a day. I go, you guys got a point, And I look around the city and I see the city kind of struggling a little bit. I go, we need a change, and this guy talks good. That's why I'm here. But how the hell did this? You're good at this. You switch the whole thing around, man.
Yeah, I have some experience in this kind of thing myself.
In kind of this?
I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, there you go. That's why, my God, that's perfect. So you want to know what's going on?
Yeah, I'm probably not as experienced as you, but I definitely have some things to offer myself.
Beautiful. That's exactly what you want. I like your outfit too.
Thank you. I'm just here to support a friend and make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
He doesn't get out of trouble. Yeah, he looks like a troublemaker. Officer.
Oh, yeah, you got me.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Take care.
Good job. Good job. You guys want to say something? You want to say something? Anybody wants to say why they're here? What's their concern? No? Good. Thank you.
Housing. Concerns housing.
Housing?
Yeah.
Housing. Oh,
Food costs. Food costs. The food costs. I just bought a small bag today with $70.
Did you see? You should see the houses they're actually building.
What's it like?
Well, I'm in construction, and
I'm not even kidding you. I saw Dempster's bread at Wilfrill's going for $5 a loaf.
This is why I go to St. Jacobs, just get everything cheap locally.
I'm just gonna say, not just on housing, but I'm also worried about having bring kids into this economy and see if I can probably raise them in this world that we're living right now. So.
Honestly, finding jobs is really hard, especially as a teenager who wants to get something that's part-time. Even for a very part-time job for minimum wage, it's a struggle. I applied to so many places and I never got anything back.
So what are you in high school or what are you?
I'm in grade 11. I'm in high school right
So
now.
you get summer jobs and part-time jobs?
I'm trying to, but
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's really difficult. Sometimes they don't even reach out back to you. A lot of them just ghost you. They don't tell you anything, right? And you apply to so many different places and you get no response. It's hard.
You good?
So I'm also in high school. I'm in grade 11 right now. Me and my friends, we were trying to find jobs. And to get a job, you would have to put in 20, even 50 job applications, just for a lot of them to not even get back to you. So I think that's a really big issue in Canada right now, and we should get it solved soon.
It's 9 o'clock, and the lineup continues all the way outside the door, guys. Not kidding around. Whoa, all the way outside. Hey. Beautiful. Check it out. And the lineup continues all the way. All right, guys, thanks for watching this. Hey, thanks for watching this Film with Film Mission. We're going to catch you in the next film.